church on Sunday and sing hymns with all the other Christian folks. He'd have sex if he were married, but he'd do it in the missionary style. But he wouldn't use a condom, and he'd beg himself forgiveness all the while. He would not condone abortion and might even try to shoot the ones who do. And he'd stand outside the jail and celebrate until the execution's through. He'd denounce all other credos and harass them all until they saw the light. And he'd condemn the non-believers and wage war with them to prove that he was right. He'd be steward to the creatures that inhabit every corner of the earth, even wearing some to church so he could show the other Christians what he's worth. He would live in Oklahoma, be Republican, and drive an SUV. Yes, if Jesus were a Christian, he would surely not be anything like me. If Jesus were a Christian, he would think it was unnatural to be gay. And he'd censor all the books because you always must be careful what you say. He had been an alcoholic who had beat his kids and cheated on his wife, but had changed his ways and found himself and finally could live a Christian life. He would hate the non-believers and he'd think the world was made in 7 days. And he'd hope the man of science would soon realize the error of their ways. Yes, if Jesus were a Christian, he'd be totally convinced he had to die. And when everyone agreed with him, he'd likely be inclined to wonder why. They'd say that he was quite naive, but tell him, listen, mister, this is how it works. You can be the one to suffer so that we can all continue to be jerks. He would live in Oklahoma, be Republican, and drive an SUV. Yes, if Jesus were a Christian, he would surely not be anything like me. Yes, if Jesus were a Christian, he would surely not be anything